and welcome to Living My Fest Life, a podcast about festivals, fairs, events, and experiences, everything from the nationally known to the local and obscure. I'm your host, Collette, and on this episode, I'm talking to my friend Joe Peters. He's starting a really cool business, a new concept, Ridge Radio. It's going to be a local independent radio station in Cincinnati. Please welcome to the show, Joe Peters.
I'm living my best life.
Hi, thanks, Kelly.
We are going to be talking about something, you actually brought it to my attention because you handed me a really cool list of festivals that you thought I should know about. So we're going to be talking about Twins Day Festival.
Yeah, the Twins Day Festival, I think it's in Twinsburg, Ohio. I've not been before, but I've read all about it. As the father of twins, I thought it was always something cool that we'd want to go to. And
so what's it like being a father of twins? Because I'm sure like everybody walks up to you with the same question, like, can you tell them apart? Have they tried to switch places on you?
There are a lot of common questions like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we mixed them up a few times when they were first born.
Did you have to like mark them like on their feet?
We did. Some people said, color in a fingernail, a toenail, or something like that. But we didn't do that.
It was organic.
It was just, they could interchange. We can interchange. It's usually just, hey, you, and where's the other one?
Where's the other? Where's your brother?
Where's your brother?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, there's common questions just on their psychic ability, their ability to have their own language. But they don't have any of that.
I've heard twins have their own languages. I've heard twins can feel the other twin's pain. Have you had that experience?
Not really.
Have you tried like just smacking one of them?
We should injure one on purpose to see. Yeah. I think experiments could be done.
Yeah.
We've really yet to explore all that.
I feel like the telepathic ability is a real thing, or like just making eye contact. I mean, I can do that with my sister. We can make a face or something to each other, and we know we're not twins. We're a year apart. I bet twins just have so much ingrained in them. I also did read that identical twins are identical almost in DNA, but they have different fingerprints. So,
oh, really? See, I've always thought they were exact clones.
Oh, really?
DNA clones, because I have identical twin boys. They're 13 now, but, the whole way growing up, they are exactly the same from... We'd take them to the doctors, and they would be weighed to the ounce the same.
Oh, wow.
And the teeth came in the same order, sequence. And it was just, everything's been really close.
So there's no evil twin?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I think I got my ideas.
When one of them starts growing a mustache, you'll know which one it is.
Right.
Okay.
He'll twirl the ends of his mustache, and that'll identify it.
Okay. So switching places, though, have they tried to do anything like that?
One of their teachers in grade school did it for them, to introduce them to the idea that switching around or,
So they didn't even think of it on their own?
They did not. No, this is all blamed on the grade school teachers, where I think we've always separated them in classes just to kind of help them identify or grow their own identity and
which is great.
Yeah, have their own personality.
Yeah.
And so they're in separate homerooms all the way through, and one of the teachers one guy came in for to borrow a book or something, and the teachers made the switch to see if she could catch the other teacher off guard.
And did it work?
It did, until he walked into the classroom and didn't know where he sat. And he was like hesitating too long, and then he
couldn't play it off.
Himself out.
He's just like, I had a momentary lapse in judgment. I just figured, why not change seats now?
Where do I sit?
So my favorite identical twins are Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right. They're very hard to tell apart.
Yeah.
Actor-wise. So twins in movies are prominent. Have you seen the movie Stuck on Me with the conjoined twins?
No.
Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear.
I haven't seen that one.
It just talks about just the lengthiness of, that's your best friend right there. So are they best friends? Do they call each other best friends?
I think they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a lot together, and they have a lot of same interests. So yeah, I think they are best friends.
So you and I...
They're not conjoined.
No. Not anymore.
No.
You and I both did a separate, investigation of this New Yorker YouTube video that came out about Twins Day Festival in Twinsburg, Ohio. And one of the things I saw on the festival was how much the twins felt like they were best friends and how great it is because they always had someone to do something with. Sharing bumpkins, sharing bunk beds. Even like 2 of the twins were doing a dance number, and they said to one of the twins, "Start the dance in the middle somewhere. Just pick a part and start." And the other girl knew exactly what part she was going to start.
There are things that we've experienced as they're growing up that are kind of eerie. Like, I remember when they were babies, we had them in cribs in separate bedrooms. Or I could see both of them, but they were in separate rooms. And both of them turned over exact same way at the same time. And I saw it happen. Otherwise, it was just so weird. That's
creepy. Okay, so you and I both think twins are kind of creepy, though, too.
They've got a creepy aspect. I mean, they're. I think it probably all comes from The Shining and.
Oh my gosh,
the twins.
I've been there, by the way.
Really?
The Stanley Hotel.
Oh,
it
really?
was creepy. Yeah, but
So that probably stems from that. But there's other, I think, The Shining, and then also. Village of the Damned is not just twins, but that's like multiples.
That was my nickname some kid gave to me because I was pale with blonde hair, and so they'd be like, "Oh my God, you look like a Village of the Damned kid." So I would just walk creepily past his house all the time. But yeah, walking in twos and the pairs and dressing the same.
Totally creepy.
I feel like anybody who dresses especially adult twins that dress the same, and you see them, and then some adult twins who marry other adult twins. And so their kids are technically sharing...
Like siblings. They're like genetic siblings.
Yeah, the family DNA. It's like my cousin brother. You know what I mean? But it's like...
That's really weird.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think if we go to Twinsburg and see the Twins Day Festival, I think it'll be very creepy to see all those pairs of
I really...
twins.
Yeah. It's creepy to see them. It's creepy to see them dressed up the same. I think it's even creepier when they decide to ride on something, like, the twins on the motorcycles.
Yeah.
But, like, can you picture, like, 2 twins on, like, unicycles just coming at you?
Yeah.
I'm freaked out. I'm scaring myself.
Twins at night, just forget it.
Yeah. Do they get any nicknames or stigma to your boys?
No, I don't think so.
They don't creep anybody out.
They totally embrace it. I mean, they're totally fine with it. And it's nothing that they've known it the whole time.
I see you have X-Files written down.
I think there's an X-Files where there's like an underdeveloped conjoined twin that was like controlling the
like the one in my neck that I have secretly hidden that I don't know about.
Exactly.
It controls me too. It keeps telling me what to eat and where to go.
Yeah. So I think there was an X-Files on that, and just. Twins are fascinating.
So let's talk about Twinsburg a little bit. So the festival started in 1976, but the history goes back way longer. When Moses and Aaron Wilcox in 1819, they were like entrepreneurs. They owned about 4,000 acres of land in what was called Millsville, Ohio. And they said, "Okay, town, we will donate 6 acres of our land to build a town square, and we'll give you a whopping $20 to put towards building a school if you rename this boring-ass Millsville, Ohio, Twinsburg." So that's the history of how it became Twinsburg. Any thoughts on that?
That's pretty cool. I mean, just to take a chunk of land and make it something that you wanted to make.
I think naming it something you're like
$20. $20.
I know. What kind of school? They're like, we really need this 20 to put towards the whole entire town. Okay, so that's the history of that. And now they say almost 2,000 pairs of twins ascend upon this small town in Ohio every single year. They have twins from India, Japan, China, all over Europe come for this event. I actually saw. Have you heard of MTV True Life? It was like a big documentary.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. They had twins who were getting excited to do that every year. I mean, to the T, they would put together their outfits. It seems like there's a talent show, festival. There's a crowning. Hold on. Hold this real quick. I'll find it.
Yep.
You can talk. You can talk about it if you need to.
Well, I think. There's a parade for these. There's a parade for these twins.
Royal Court. So each year, a pair of kings, queens, princes, and princesses are selected for the festival. They ride in a special vehicle near the front of the parade. Oh, I wish it was like a motorcycle with a sidecar for your twin.
Right.
And sit at the rear view stand at the end of the parade, all royal court members get sashes, crowns, tiaras, scepters, and throughout the weekend, they act as representatives to the festival. I mean, not only can you be a twin with a cool kick-ass outfit and you can go participate in the talent show, but then you can be named, like, Queen of the Twins.
Right.
I think that's pretty rad.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And a scepter, too.
And a scepter. I don't even know what that is.
My boys would love to win a scepter. And you
can fight with them. Yes, exactly. Yeah. What else would you do with a scepter?
Right.
And it looks like each year Twins Day Festival awards a $1,000 scholarship for college. That's really cool. You have to be a high school senior.
Each twin, or
you know what? They don't. I bet twins.
$20 for one.
I bet twins are so sick of having to share stuff, though.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it's each.
Yeah,
but
I would hope thing.
My parents would dress me and my sister like. I mean, they'd be like, okay, here's an outfit. You get a purple one. You get a red one. I bet twins are just sick. Kind of like you said, you try and give them your own identity,
but that didn't work.
No.
They're pretty identical.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Do they gravitate towards the same things and same interests?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are totally interested in the same things. And
yeah, in that Twins Day video that you and I saw on YouTube, they asked these girls, they're like, what's your favorite color? And both the girls were like, blue.
Answer at the same time.
Same time, and they said, what's your favorite food? And they looked at each other and they're like, mac and cheese. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
What if one of them was just like, I really like sushi? And the other one's like, no, you don't. You don't. We love macaroni and cheese. Okay. Do you think you have to be a twin to enjoy this festival?
I don't think so. I mean, as the parent of a twin, I would enjoy it and just kind of see all these...
creepiness.
See all the creepiness.
I think it'd be good people watching for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think...
Do you think your boys would enjoy meeting other twins? Do they get enough of that?
I think... No, they don't get a lot of that. And they might, they're starting to get interested in girls, so maybe they would meet some preteen,
That's
other
the goals
twins
right there, yeah.
Right. So I'm sure that would interest them too.
I feel like with twins, you think it's such a rare thing. And I think it said that 1 in 30 people are born in twins. And then it runs in your family, so they will have a better chance of having twins in the future. Did you have multiples in your family before this?
Not that we knew of. I think maybe distantly a little bit. But they claim that they were triplets and they ate one of them.
Oh, gosh.
So
see,
so they've got that. I mean, so...
So much violence in twin things. I mean, I swear, it's just like... Twin culture is... Yeah.
Andy said that Charlie got hungry and just, I don't know.
Oh, he blames it on him. But we all know Charlie's going to be the one with the mustache coming out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm already talking. Okay, so they have a fun run and walk. I think it'd be fun if they were tied together for that. But that's... Yeah. Just see really how you work together as a team. There's also a twins...
Is that politically incorrect to, like, 3-legged race or something? Or
I don't know.
One of their legs together?
I don't know. I just feel like it's less of a politically incorrect thing and more of like a teamwork, trust building. These twins we have better twin skills.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
For the conjoined twins, maybe.
Maybe it's offensive. Probably. Yeah. I would think maybe. There's a Twins Day volleyball tournament.
They're interested in that. They like volleyball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to crush this.
Yeah.
What about the golf outing?
Yeah, I don't think so. They're not really into golf all that much, so but it's cool that they have it.
Well, it seems like it's an unspoken rule that if you attend Twins Day in Twinsburg as a twin, you have to dress exactly the same.
I would think so. I think. See, they normally my boys don't, but they would for this.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
It's like you have to let everybody know who your other half is. Yeah. Let's see, the 44th Annual Twins Day Festival always kicks off with the famous Double Take Parade. So that's going to be Saturday, August 3rd. And that is just a parade of twins with creative costumes, musicians, floats. All twins are welcome to participate. You march together and you find each other. And it's all ages. I mean, they have twins in their 70s that have been coming here for years. I think that's very cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think they would dress as?
I don't know. I think they have themes every year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I know last year was video games or something. We should have gone last year. They love
this year's holidays.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So they talked about like think of an obscure holiday like Pi Day. I'm like, isn't Twins Day a holiday? Can you just go as yourself? But like, you gotta have like something really funny. I feel like for them, like Groundhog Day. And they just are twin Bill Murrays or
Right.
something.
Right.
Or
That would be good.
I'm trying to think of obscure holidays.
They're totally into all this, all that kind of stuff, and Halloween, and dressing the same, or like Ghostbusters with a couple of their friends, and so I don't know.
I mean, just the whole they could.
Elf.
What if
I think they would go Elf.
Elf would be funny?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Then every girl would be like, "I'm into those guys" because they obviously have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so we talked about the scholarships, the parade. I just think this is a really cool event, and I just feel like even if you're not a twin, this is something that you'd want to go see. I mean, when are you gonna see this many groups of twins ever?
I don't know.
This should be like a bucket list trip.
I
feel
so
like,
too.
yeah.
It should be on everybody's list, even if you're not a twin. Just go watch those freaks.
Okay, what else? Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so famous twins. Who are the most famous twins besides the Olsen twins?
Maybe the Winklevoss twins.
Oh,
those
yeah.
guys, with Facebook and then Bitcoin and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They're
probably the richest. Well, maybe the Olsen twins have like rich power. They have like some energy there to harness that coin.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I used to want to be a twin. For sure, because I wanted to be a child actor, and I knew that child labor laws, you had to like split that shit so one of you could sleep.
Yeah.
Because those are some long nights. I'm trying to think. Ashton Kutcher is a twin.
Really?
He is I don't think they're identical. Giselle Bundchen is a twin, and I think that her sister's name is something like Patty.
Really?
Like so opposite of Giselle. Something very plain like that.
She's probably completely unattractive.
Oh, yeah. These, Bunchens, these Brazilian supermodel. How dare you? Okay. You can volunteer to be a person at Twin. You can volunteer to be a person at Twin Day. They're always taking volunteers. Do you
have to be a twin to be eligible to volunteer?
I was looking at the, Twins Day, committee, and I didn't see any twins on there. So apparently these solos...
Underrepresented,
yeah,
of course,
they're just like, you know what? We're going to decide what's for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems about right.
Yeah. Got anything else on there?
Well...
The Guinness Book of World Records. So those are some of the most famous twins I remember is those... I don't know why they were fattest twins on motorcycles. Why
the McGuire twins.
Yeah, why did they have to be on... I just always remember flipping through
I think they just wanted to stay active. I think they wanted to get out.
That's the way. Cool riders right there. Mm-hmm.
So... And it was defied.
That's what I remembered.
Physics, it was cool. They're still getting out and about. And then the original conjoined twins, the Chang and Ang guys. Those are
famous.
They're famous. Yeah, they're from the 1800s.
Didn't one of them get married and the other one didn't?
Maybe, and that's kind of had a family, I think.
There's so much twin folklore. We all know a little bit about it, but not enough. I feel like we're going to get so many emails from twins being like, everything you said was wrong and offensive.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, twins.
Yep.
I just remember always having twins in all my classes, and then they would have the same haircuts, and I would never remember who was who, and I would always feel so bad.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if they get sad if they don't have their...
I was talking to a coach of one of my boys just yesterday, and I said, it's amazing. You get their names wrong more than 50% of the time.
Yeah.
It's like 80 or 90% he's wrong on whatever he picks. And
do they get offended?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Not even a little bit?
They probably get tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, my people in our family would go, and they would accidentally shoot off the wrong name, and me and my sister aren't even twins, and I would always be like, how dare you? I'm my own person.
Yeah.
So I bet that's not easy for twins to have to deal with that stuff.
There's twins separated at birth, too.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about that.
Right.
First of all, so many dramatic TV shows where the twin rings your doorbell and finds you years later. I mean, all the Lifetime movies, but it's actually a real thing.
Yeah.
Did you see that documentary? It was the 3 Identical Strangers.
I didn't see it yet, but I've heard about it, and I mean, just they found
Who
each
are
other
these doctors making these calls? Like,
Right.
you know what? Let's go ahead and distribute these amongst the community. Let them find each other later.
And they a lot of times have the same name spouse, and they kind of live on the same street.
Or they had the same
weird.
jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Even separated. It's just amazing coincidences.
Gravitate towards the same profession because it's almost ingrained into your DNA, and it makes you think about nature versus nurture a lot of the times. I have a lot of twin friends, and I always wonder is that because you went to that school that you like that? Or is that because it's in your DNA? Or, because they did go through the same experiences. So I couldn't really see if it was nature versus nurture because...
I think there are real experiments that, they look at the lives of twins that have been separated for whatever reason. And you can kind of maybe gain some insight.
That. I mean, I know that fascination for twins has gone, far and wide. Dr. Mengele, I don't even want to bring that up, but I know that guy was super obsessed with twins. And actually, this Twinsburg, I did see that a lot of... they can make money if you're a twin there just by answering a series of questions because they have so many...
I thought you were going to say you could volunteer for some experiments.
They have experiments there. People come and they...
Psychological.
Well, they say, like, hey, we'll pay you for your input on this. Really? And it's a good opportunity because, like, you can find a good amount of twins there and it's...
That's weird.
Yeah, I saw that on the website. It was like, hey, we offer a lot of compensation for this...
You may be injured, but the other one might not.
Yeah, there's so much psychological that, like, you have to think, like, is this who I am or is this who I'm made to be? And that's with everybody, not just twins, but twins, it brings it to the surface because you can actually see it playing out in another person, especially the ones separated at birth, like you said.
Bite down on this leather piece and it'll only shock a little bit.
Or the buzzer, like when they had to buzz the prisoners, they're like, which one of you would be the nice, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just so much to think about. But yeah, the separated birth, the three guys found each other eventually, and that's just crazy. I remember my sister would always text me and be like, I just walked by your twin. Apparently there's a lot of doppelgangers of me going around the country. And I always think that's weird because I think it's so fun to look like somebody else and be a doppelganger, but I bet maybe the twins get tired of... They don't see this... Yeah.
Do you think there's doppelgang, like, full other sets? Like another two
doppelgangers?
Yeah.
It's just multiples.
Maybe that would be an answer or a question you could get answered at twins.
I feel like there's only so many combinations of DNA to make certain people. I don't know. I Googled, when I took my DNA test and it told me I was Lithuanian and not German, I Googled Lithuanian woman just because I was like, okay, let's just... And it was 100 photos of me. And different hairstyles. No, it was just like everybody looked similar to me. And I thought I was German until I Googled Lithuanian. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, so this makes sense.
That's cool.
This is where I was born with pigtails, braids. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else.
They're clones, and so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Do you think that they'll go to different colleges?
I don't know. I kind of could see him going to the same college. That just reminds me, my dad has friends that grew up in Cincinnati, went to West High, and then both got football scholarships to Yale. Both offensive linemen, huge guys, and they both played offensive line, both graduated, and then both negotiated their first jobs out of college with the same firm in New York, and insisted that they both be hired. Together the whole way through.
That's their best friend, yeah.
So
I mean, I know a pair of twins that are non-identical, and they're best friends like that. We all joined the same sorority. They're so similar. They pose the same in pictures, but they're not identical either. But they're each other's best friend. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're 13, and tomorrow I'm driving one of them down to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama for the week.
Luckiest twin ever.
I know. So he wrote an essay and got sent to space camp for the week. This will be the first week that they're ever apart, so we can do our own little experiment.
Oh, wow.
Kind of see how they do.
Are they excited or are they...
They're excited. The one that's going is excited. The one that's staying home.
Why doesn't he want to go to space camp?
Well, it's not that he didn't want to. The one he won a...
You're like, we can only...
contest and Andy staying
home.
Oh,
won the contest.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
you're like, we know who the special twin is now.
Yeah,
the gifted one. Yeah. We can only send one of you.
Yep.
No.
I think if he really wanted to go, we would have sent both of them. But he was kind of like, no, you can go.
Well, this will be his opportunity to do something without his brother, too, and to see how people treat him, not even knowing that he's a twin.
Exactly.
And not having that. Yeah.
It'll be an interesting week.
I feel like the hardest part of that would be, like, when you don't have someone to talk to immediately. Like, you always have your twin there.
Right.
And you always go, okay, even though I don't know anybody at this school or this new job or this new whatever, your twin was always there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah. I feel like twins will always see if their boyfriend will know it's them or their girlfriend and be like, hey, go pick my girlfriend up, see if she even notices it's not me. And I feel like that's kind of mean, but I think it's kind of funny too. My
boys are definitely going to be doing that because they're good-natured guys, but they are definitely mischievous a little bit.
Little pranksters.
Yeah, and so there will be a time when they send the other one on a date because they just doesn't want to go, or just see what happens and see if they can tell. I think that would probably be.
What's
really,
the biggest
really
difference between them? What's the thing that would be like a tell?
I don't even know. I can't pick one thing that would be all that different. They used to have different voices growing up. Like one had a scratchier voice and the other would kind of not, and I could tell. But that's all gone away. They've changed, and so there's really very little. I'd have trouble myself. Their hairstyles are different, so right
people
now,
can tell now.
I think right now they could, but if they wanted to be more identical, they could.
I wonder if a lot of the twins who go to the Twins Day Festival will say that there's those two older men who ended up having the same job, and he goes, I look at him every day. One of them had a mustache, the other one didn't. I wonder if they shave for that event or do things to make themselves look either more identical or more distinguished towards the day. I think that would be kind of cool to see at Twins Day Festival and just talk to people.
Yeah, do they do things to try to self or differentiate in some way?
Yeah, because I always feel like they would. But that would just be my personality, or maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not a twin. So confusing. Okay. Well, let's talk about Ridge Radio a little bit.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Absolutely.
So we live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Can you tell everybody a little bit about the experience that you're creating? Yeah, so
my wife and I are rebuilding a coffee shop in Pleasant Ridge, and it'll be 4,000 square feet, and it'll have inside of it a local independent talk radio station called Ridge Radio, and it's going to be a wide variety of topics and radio shows, and be kind of a centralized place in the community for talk radio. And so I think we're real excited about
and coffee and baked goods. Yeah.
Tremendous coffee and baked goods and wine and beer. And so we'll go well into the evening and maybe have live shows also in front of a live studio audience. And it'll be good.
It's going to be a cool hangout spot. Yeah. So if you live in Cincinnati, make sure you check that out. When are you thinking about it's going to be open?
We're starting construction. It'll be open in about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
So late fall.
Yeah. So if you're going to Twinsburg, Ohio, maybe head south to Cincinnati, Ohio in the fall and check the spot out.
Absolutely.
What's the coffee shop going to be called?
The Coffee Exchange.
Coffee Exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
Coffee Exchange, and inside that is Ridge Radio. Okay. Anything else to add before we say goodbye?
Nope. I look forward to going to Twins Days.
Yeah. So we're going to go there. We won't promise not to call you freaks or anything like that. Listen, we're just excited because it's not something that a lot of people get to experience. You're truly special, I feel like. And I feel like if people stare at you, it's because they're fascinated because they don't have that experience. Would your boys agree to that? Or
absolutely. I was referring to my boys when I was calling freaks. So,
those ones,
those guys, yeah. They, no, it's a lot of fun being the parent of a multiple, and I think this festival is awesome, and can't wait to go.
So if you go, you're going to send us pictures, or maybe if I go, I'm going to take lots of photos. But either way, you guys should head down to Twins Day Festival, once-in-a-lifetime experience, and this year it's going to be August 2nd to August 4th, 2019. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me here.
I'm living my best life.
A special thanks to my buddy Joe Peters for being on the show, and here is the wrap-up. Twins Day Festival, the largest gathering of twins and multiples in the world, is going to be held this year on August 2nd through August 4th, 2019, and you can learn more information at twinsday.org. This is also where you can register for all the events, but either way, we hope to see you there, and if you go by, let us know. You can send your festivals or any events that you think I should check out or talk about to festlifepodcast@gmail.com. And I would like to give a special thanks to Phil from Me Compadre for doing the editing for our show. Thank you so much. You have cut down a lot of anxiety for me. So shout out to you. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening.